of a newborn has so much to worry about. You will be worrying if your newborn is getting the right foods and enough of it. You may also worry about your baby getting into a regular sleeping schedule. You are also going to worry about your newborn being safe and getting entertained, and you are also going to worry about cognitive development as well as physical development. Another thing that you will probably be concerned with is what happens if your baby gets sick. You can help your baby stay healthy with a few easy steps, and this will be one less thing that you have to worry about. First of all, you need to remember that your baby is going to get sick sometimes no matter what you do. It is just a matter of staying healthy as possible so that when your baby does get sick, he or she can recover fast. If you are able, you should breastfeed your baby. This will help your newborn's immune system get strong in a few weeks of their life. It is also important that you have a good doctor that you can trust and take your baby to right away when he or she is sick. In babies, treating illnesses right away is always a good idea because it is easy for sicknesses to start into something much more serious, and you are going to want to get your baby healthy again right away. Complications are less likely to happen with regular checkups. Keep your newborn away from others that are sick. This is important, and even if you have to stay home, that is what you should do. However, if you cannot always keep them from others that are sick, you should know that if you're feeding your baby right and keeping them warm and content, he or she will less likely become sick from someone else. Rest is also important when it comes to keeping your newborn safe. Getting the right amount of sleep is good for people of all ages. Remember that you cannot keep your child perfectly healthy forever, but you can handle the ups and downs of your child being sick much better if you work hard to stop it from happening. When your newborn is warm, dry and well fed, you will have little to worry about them catching an illness that could have easily been stopped in the first place. Protect your newborn from the flu. It's that time of year again, flu season. Each year, millions of people hunker down in the fall to prepare for the annual onset of influenza outbreaks. With the season comes an onslaught of visits to, at best, pediatricians' offices and, at worst, hospital emergency departments by worried parents and their ailing children. Now that you've got a newborn, you want to be prepared. So how do you keep your new baby healthy this winter? While you cannot inoculate your baby, there are steps you can take to keep him healthy during flu season, many of them common sense. What is the flu? According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, the flu is a contagious respiratory ailment caused by a group of viruses known as influenza. It strikes an average of 5 to 20% of the U.S. population each year, causing symptoms that range from fever, headache, dry cough, sore throat, runny nose, and muscle aches to nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Complications associated with the illness include bacterial pneumonia, ear infections, sinus infections, dehydration, and worsening of chronic medical conditions. Young children, the elderly, and people with chronic health conditions are at particular risk for serious flu-related complications. How do I avoid getting the flu? The CDC recommends getting a flu shot as the #1 way to avoid getting the flu. If possible, get a flu shot in October or November, although you can still be vaccinated into December. Parents, siblings, and caretakers of young children should be vaccinated. The American Academy of Pediatrics revised its recommendation in 2006 to include flu shots for children as young as 6 months and up to age 5 years. The CDC also recommends that pregnant women be vaccinated. Studies suggest that maternal immunization may help prevent the flu in young infants. While your newborn is too young to safely receive the vaccine, and whether you were or weren't vaccinated while pregnant, he can't catch the flu if he does not come into contact with the virus. Other simple preventatives include covering your mouth and nose when you cough or sneeze, washing your hands with soap and water often, avoiding close contact with those who are sick, and keeping your baby out of crowded public places. The flu is spread through contact with the respiratory droplets of an infected person, primarily from coughing and sneezing, so be alert and act accordingly. What to do if you or your baby gets sick? If you think you have the flu, minimize contact with your baby as much as possible. Drink plenty of fluids and rest. Take fever-reducing medications, as necessary, and contact your physician if your condition worsens. If your baby becomes ill, ensure that he continues to nurse often to prevent dehydration. Call your pediatrician immediately if your baby has trouble breathing, is not feeding adequately, seems less responsive than usual, or his rectal temperature rises above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Influenza is a serious concern, especially for parents of newborns. But simple, common-sense strategies can help you keep your baby healthy throughout the flu season. Most of the parents struggle when they are choosing medicines for their newborns. Remember that it is important for you to always be concerned with what you are giving your newborn baby. A newborn baby should never get medicine that is made for adults or made for older children. Medicine is one thing that can be very dangerous for your newborns, so you should be very cautious. First of all, you should check with your doctor every time before you give your baby anything when it comes to medicine. Even medicine that is made for newborns can have some side effects that you do not want your baby to have. It is important to talk to your doctor first. The doctor will be able to tell you what your baby needs, and they will be able to help you make sure that your baby gets the right dose of the medicine. You have to remember that it is important to give your baby medicine that is right and as will help what needs to be fixed. Medicine for colds is going to be much different than medicine that will help with teething, even if it seems that they do the same thing. Remember to always follow the instructions that come with the medicine unless the doctor otherwise directs you. Be sure that you are careful when reading the instructions that comes with the medicine that you are giving them. If you are giving your baby medicine, be sure that you are watching for side effects that are listed on there. If you have questions about the side effects, or if you think that medicine is not helping your baby, you should be sure to call your doctor. Give your baby all of the help that he or she needs to get healthy as soon as possible. A newborn relies on you, so do not let them down. One important thing that you have to know is that when a doctor prescribes medicine for your baby, you should follow the directions carefully. If your baby seems to get better, but there is still medicine left, you should follow the directions and continue to give the baby the medicine, because often symptoms disappear before the sickness is actually completely healed. The rest of the doses of the medicine are actually very important for you to be giving your baby. If you have any questions, you should contact your child's pediatrician, and in an emergency do not hesitate to call 911.